Hey there, tonight is a shorter than usual night. We've just got a very short window that I can be here tonight. And then tomorrow is, of course, Category 5 Tech TV on the air, so I'm going to be awfully busy tomorrow as well. We know that there's some water that's coming in, and Jot was in the chat room today and he said, well, we know that there's water coming in. Why'd you put the drywall up? Because we know that there's a hole about this big that Tally could probably climb through in the wall, and there's all these holes through the foundation. And then I realized, oh, sorry folks, I'm doing my best to have continuity when it comes to the video series, but because I'm usually here a little bit late at night, I haven't been outside with the video camera. So I think it's high time that I show you what Robert has been up to. I know he's been unavailable for the past week and a half or so. So this is all stuff that happened about 2 weeks ago. So let's take a look at the state of the outside of the building as it is right now, just so that you have an idea how much he's actually done to fill in the holes and try to alleviate the leaks that we had. Let's take a look. All right, Tally's going to do some frog capturing. Let's go.
There might be some more frogs because of the sun.
Okay.
It's shady.
First of all, here is the underside here that you remember there was some water getting in here. That's all been done. I'm going to slide over here. There's our giant hole that was in the foundation, filled in nicely. Under here is all cemented. There we go. In between here, we had all those great big holes. Those have been filled. This window is okay. There's no problems here. Over here, however, we do have a little bit of water coming in on this corner of the building. Not too sure what's going on just yet. We're going to have to get up there and find out. Now, it's possible, because we had that really, really hard rain, it's this stuff that still hasn't been done. There is some caulking that is all cracked there, and there's some cement compound up here, if I can get in there, that has yet to be filled. Where is it? Sorry. There we go. So this has to be done as well. So definitely have some water getting in on this side of the building. Just a little bit, but enough to be concerned about. Okay. Over here. Hi, Tal.
Can we touch the foam?
Yeah, you can touch the foam. It's really gross and awesome. So this, you can see, is fully filled in. That's nice solid foam. Grabbing at all the edges.
It feels so soft and gooey.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
It looks soft and gooey.
So you can see that there are some cracks around the edge. Of course, I'll run that by Robert just to see if we need to fill that in a little bit better around the edges. Of course, when he put it in, it was an expanding foam, so you don't really know exactly how it's going to expand. But we could possibly be getting some water getting in there. And obviously there is water getting in there, but I just mean I don't know whether it's getting into the building or not, because this is pretty thick. So, but it's quite possible. So that could be part of it, Tal.
But that's not part of your building.
Well, what happens is the water, if the water gets in here, and say it goes down a little ways to the ground, and then it pools here, and then it flows over here to where our door is on the other side of this brick wall. So there's our door, and that's where water is coming in. So this is where, we had some water coming in. You can see there is a bit of a gap there between the door and the door frame. I think there's probably some water getting in there, and you can certainly tell as you open the door that even today, even though it's been dry, there is still moisture here. So now when I mentioned the front of the building, I haven't shown you this yet. This was a bit of a concern. Here we go. Now, I had noticed this yesterday when I was in, didn't know it before, but here up at the front, you can see that some of my dust has actually turned rock hard. That tells us that there has been water here, and if you clean this up, you'll see the flow of the water. So you can see that it kind of pooled about 2 inches out from the wall, directly, well, just a little indirectly from this window. So we've got some water there. that is, of course, a concern, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. Here we've got a little bit of, you can see that it has gotten high enough to touch the new drywall, so that is a big concern. We don't want any damage to our new stuff. This is important to get this resolved right away. So we're going to look at, as Andy was saying, maybe getting some kind of exterior weather stripping on the outside of this door to try to seal that up a little bit better. Okay, so that's about where Robert is at. Not to go into too many details about all the things that he's done, but obviously he's been working his butt off to seal up the exterior of the building, and an unbelievable amount of work for somebody to come and do, and I'm so appreciative. Now there are just those two little things. They're small leaks, but they are leaks nonetheless. We've got to figure it out. We got to fix it, so hopefully we'll be able to do that ASAP. But I said on my blog and on the Indiegogo campaign page as well, I can't let that hold me up. I've got to keep pressing on. I've got to keep going. I know that I've got a great bunch of friends, people who are willing to come and help out with this kind of stuff. And so, I don't know, I haven't been here when Robert's been here because he comes when I'm at work during the day. So I don't know exactly what he has done, what hasn't been done. And so I'm just going to trust and let him do his thing and be very, very grateful all the way through this. So, okay, so I'm gonna check in on Tally. I'm gonna get sanding. I'm gonna do a little bit of see what I've done is I use the electric sander to smooth this stuff out, but you can't get too close to the drywall because it's gonna damage the drywall if you touch it with the electric. So now I gotta use the hand sander to just get rid of this lip here on all the drywall mud, and then I'm gonna give one more coat where it's needed. I gotta fix cracks and things like that in the mud. Gotta make sure that this mesh tape, Jot was also asking about the tape, because he said, well, why are you giving them such a hard time for filling a hole with tape when you're using tape? Well, this is a different kind of tape. It's like a mesh. You can see the edging here. And it is designed specifically for drywall mud and to be used on drywall. And so it adheres, and it is the proper way to do things. Scotch tape and then painting over Scotch tape is not the proper way to do it. So you'll see here, this piece of drywall that I've installed, this has only got one coat of mud, so you can actually see the tape through the mud. So I need to, again, go over this with another coat of mud and, sand off the little lips and edges here as needed. And going around, now I didn't do this windowsill yet because when I put the sill on, let's just use a piece of drywall here, I'll show you. It sits on an angle kind of like that because the cut of the not the drywall, sorry, it's not Brad and Krista. What it is the concrete underneath is unlevel. The foam, and unlike the other windowsills, there's no metal stripping to bring it up. So I've got to actually put some mud on this and kind of elevate this so that it's flush to the concrete. Then I can put in the final windowsill. You can see that these sills that I've put in though have done pretty good. So I did a fairly decent job on that. I've got to put some adhesive tape here so that I can mud in here and make a nice little edge. Put a corner bead on here, that's the metal, the L-shaped metal bracket that you screw in. And this is all looking pretty good. Do taping over here. And again, same thing on this window here. Again, it's looking pretty good. I gotta tape that. I gotta peel off some of the paint here that is flaking away from the old rusty J, whatever you call it. It's a J something. Got a little bit of drywall left, as you can see. So that's a good thing, just in case we need it. Haven't even touched the bathroom yet. You'll see that I've got two piles here of tiles now. These tiles have been painted by Hillary, and they look great compared to one of the ceiling tiles in the roof. You'll notice that they don't look quite as vibrant as these ones. So these are the ones that are looking like they're ready to go up. These ones over here probably could use with another coat because they've got stains, water damage, something like that. So we're going to do it that way. So, all right, so it's coming together. Here's how our corners are looking. Right, so people were asking about that corner, saying, "Oh, are you re-drywalling because it looked so bad?" Remember all the water damage that was in here? This was really, really bad. And we've since alleviated that and are cleaning it up. So the only water that's coming in appears to be on the floor itself. There is a little bit coming that's kind of flowing from about here out. So there's something going on in this wall, and that's where I think maybe, just maybe around that expansion foam that's outside, there could still be a little bit of water getting in. That's why it seemed to me that everything was all good for a good hour or two, and it wasn't until it had been pouring torrentially for a good couple hours before the water actually started to show itself inside the building. So I feel like, okay, well the being sealed on the outside is coming along very, very well, but we've just got those little things to fix up. So let's check on Tally and see how she's doing. Hey kiddo, find any frogs?
No.
Well, what's going on?
I'm just looking for them. I keep on hearing them hopping around. But
Oh,
I
you
can't
hear
see
them? You hear them hopping around because they
It's
go
just like-
boing, boing.
No, it's like, that's what they sound like.
Oh,
Because they're hitting the grass.
okay, well, let's take a look. Do we see any frogs in here? This is good television, folks.
Why?
All right, well, Daddy better get to work. So you keep at it, stay where I can see you, and let's get as much done as we can. Yeah, we're gonna get as much done as we can tonight. So here we go. Okay, well, hi. I'm sanding by hand just around the edges, and I tell you what, it is still a lot of work. But I'm thankful to have that electric because it could be a lot worse. I'm just kind of touching up the edge. Once again, I can't believe how much work it is to sand because I'm doing okay, but I'm almost out of time. And when I'm out of time, I'm not going to be able to mud. So it's looking like mud is going to be, again, put off for another day because I'm still not done sanding. I got to take some measurements of these walls and see how big is Studio D, as in our main studio set. I need to measure that because I want to send the measurements off to Westcott and see what they come up with for us as far as getting a nice drape to replace our brick wall. So I'm gonna get those measurements, finish off the sanding, and then I guess head home because by then Becca will be here to pick me up. I don't have wheels tonight, so. And then I'll be back again on Wednesday because tomorrow is the show and I'm just not able to come in on a Tuesday. Too long of a day as it is. So, okay, I'm going to keep going.
The very best time for us to stop, we have to come in.
Because it's getting dark.
But then how come there's so many things on the ground?
Because I'm building it. What do you think of that?
What is that?
Okay, 93.5.
How long is that?
What? Put 93.5H. And Zach, could you hold this?
Have
What I want you to do, I want you to touch it right to there and hold it just like that. Touch it right to there. It's going to be right up against
How come
there.
there's
Okay?
so much right there? Chalk. Chalk. What about chalk for the chalkboard? Is this how they make chalk? They take extra pieces of drywall and cut it out? And then put the
Okay, Zach, let go. So put 197 plus.
It's coming. At back. Doesn't come that fast. So, they do that again.
197 plus 5W.
Hey, why do you do that?
No, it's not a toy. Watch your step, boys. There's lots of screws and things in this toy. Pay attention.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, I am out of time. My ride, Liam is driving me home, so I'm gonna head out. So take care, everybody. Have a good night. Visit cap5.tv/studio, please, and find out how you can support this project. And we will see you again the next day.
Okay, let me say bye.